Well, this is going to be a recording that I'm going to probably agonize over for ages before I ever actually publish it. And because it deals with such a contentious issue in our societies that I don't feel safe publishing it. And until I do feel safe publishing it, I'm not going to do it. Well, that's as may be, but here we go. Now, obviously, it deals with something pretty sensitive. The question of sex. I've said in a previous recording, I think it's 3020, that we're a sexual creature. We're made that way. You could say we shouldn't be made that way, but we are. We have to face what is, and then deal with it in the best way we can from the point of view of welfare. Probably the welfare of all, because our society needs a concern for the welfare of all, doesn't it, in some sense? If some of us are not in welfare, then they're a great cost, a problem, an unhappiness to us as well as to themselves, and in all godliness we don't want that to be the case. Okay. Now, I have experienced nearly all of my life, certainly two lots of 18 years and one lot of 7 years, of being with a partner who is, well, from my point of view, an angel, an absolute blessing to me. Meets all my needs, by which I mean, of course, friendship, family, loving kindness needs, and in that also meets my sexual needs. And I was mindful during such times, would you believe it, even when I was making love at times, I would think how sad it was that I have this privilege of a wonderful partner that loves me and makes love with me, and many people don't have. And, well, my heart goes out to those that feel this is, well, not what I would like to be the case. I don't want them to be in great need, great want, and that want not satisfied and met. Now, you may think it very strange, but in this regard, I find pinups and so on to be a great blessing for such. They need sexual activity. They may need to masturbate even, because they don't have a partner that meets their needs. If being without a partner encourages them to find one and to seek marriage, permanent, lovely relationship, well, that's wonderful. So I wouldn't like such relief to be a stumbling block for them that locks them into loneliness. And I can see how it could be. But equally, many are alone for at the very least long periods of time, and some all their life. Never have a sexual partner, and presumably have significant need and want not met, except they meet it in other ways. Now, I know religion is very cautious of, cautious, very anti-such. And let me pause a sec. We don't want to encourage something that's going to be a trouble to society. And in this regard, I don't have a word for, I want to say pornography, but at the same time I don't. Pornography seems to include and have such an emotive attachment to the word that I can't use it happily at all. So I'm going to use the alluding to type of approach. I'm going to say pinups. I can't think of a better word. Pinups somehow don't sound dangerous and aren't meant to be. You know, you might have a pinup of your favourite pop star. I mean, this doesn't mean you've have a picture of something that's violently pornographic, but simply shows them looking good as you see it, looking lovely. If you're a fella, she might be not fully dressed, and you just think, oh gosh, only I had such a wonderful woman as my partner. And in some sense, that picture, well, it makes you feel good, and it meets your needs to some extent. If you can somehow keep with me for a moment on this difficult subject, when you have someone who is very desirous, needs some sexual gratification, then perhaps a pin-up helps them achieve such. I mean, literally, they masturbate. And they find relief. Now, am I to condemn this? Not at all clear that I should do that. I don't want them to be in a need that cannot be met because for some reason they're not able to find a partner. I don't want them to be then stressed because of wants that are not met. And if pin-ups help them meet that need so that it's no longer a burden to them, well, I'm glad it's there. And thank you, Heavenly Father, for every girl that's willing to provide the material, the pictures that help in this regard. Bless them. Because there's a great need. And sure, they may do it, will do it for money. And they need the money, and I understand that. And they're photographed undressed and so on, and this, I think, is a great blessing to those blokes that need it. Here I stand. And I can certainly understand if you don't agree with me, because it seems so radical to some people, doesn't it? But you know, there's research that says that more than half the population actually resorts to some form of pin-up. a regular basis. And no doubt that's why the internet was originally funded, simply because of, well, more extreme stuff, pornography and so on. And I don't want to encourage the vulgar, and certainly don't want to encourage the harmful. But I don't want to be a discouragement to needs being met in a way that society can definitely tolerate, and does on a massive scale, albeit not openly. Let me stop and see if I've made the point that I feel needs to be made. Yes, I think I have, and I think therefore I'll leave it there. Bless you. Thank you, Dan.